If you are anything like me, when you're sitting in the movie theater watching a superhero movie, you just get pumped. There's nothing like watching these superhuman beings fight each other on the silver screen. And when you're leaving the movie theater, you're on edge, your senses are heightened, and you're ready to pounce on the first sign of trouble. But eventually, reality has to set in, and you have to accept the fact that, well, you aren't a superhero, and you probably never will be. But you can pursue the superhero life on the big screen by creating your own. I've compiled a list of ways to make your superhero movie the best it can be. First, of course, is deciding on the superpower. Remember, when picking this superpower, though, that not every superhero has to be a Superman. You know, ice breath, laser vision, flying, super strength, super speed, all in one. It can just be simple, like Captain America is just a bigger, better human with an indestructible shield. Also keep in mind the origin of your superhero's power. People like to know where the superhero came from. Is yours just going to be a billionaire that uses gadgets? Did they get bit by a radioactive animal? Fall in some toxic waste? Maybe they were just born special. It's all up to you. Get creative. My superhero example for this video is just going to be a billionaire. The next step to your superhero is their look. This is how the superhero grabs the heart of the people and obtains a symbol for themselves. You need to give them a look that, simply put, looks sweet. It needs to be interesting and really play off the powers that you gave them. Like Hawkman, look at his helmet and how it represents a hawk. Or you can play off the name of your hero, like Iron Man wears a suit of iron. Keep in mind here of color associations. You want the colors to look great together. Take some time to look at examples of good color coordination like flags or company logos. These are simple designs based on color and can lead to finding some great combinations. Take yourself back to grade school and look at the color wheel and play around with the different colors. The last part to your superhero's getup is the logo. The logo needs to be the symbol that when people see your superhero, this is what they remember. The symbol needs to relate back to your superhero's name and power. Like the Flash runs really fast, so his symbol is a lightning bolt, or Batman's symbol is a bat. You can also just use the first letter of your hero's name. Take a look at my hero, Jack in the Box. Blue and orange are complementary colors, so they look great. Your hero cannot walk around all day like this, though. Your hero is going to need a secret identity. Secret identities are just what your superhero does when he's not saving the day. Does your hero work somewhere? Does he go to school? Maybe he just sits around his apartment all day until he's summoned to action. Secret identity can be as simple as a pair of glasses. Most heroes hide their face behind a mask, though, so just being themselves is sufficient enough for the secret identity. This is how you shape who your hero is when he's not behind a mask. Okay, so now you're going to need a villain. The villain doesn't directly have to relate to your superhero, but he does have to have a reason to hate your superhero. Like, is your superhero messing with his plans for world domination? But your hero can relate to the villain. Maybe he's just an old friend that feels betrayed and is seeking revenge. Nonetheless, your villain needs to give off the vibe of being a cold, heartless person. You'll want to focus on angry faces and dark colors for your villain, ideally. But some villains go against this, like the Joker and the Riddler, for example. But they are absolutely psychotic, and Batman uses dark colors, so it makes sense for that world. Your villain needs to look like someone that your hero cannot beat, and if possible, your viewers need to relate to the villain, maybe even hoping that he will win. You want to grab sympathy for the villain, all the while making him absolutely ruthless. The same rule applies for your villain as your hero when deciding how they got their powers. Like, was he just another billionaire? Maybe he had a failed attempt of trying to recreate your hero's powers and came out with brand new powers. But remember, he needs to be lovable and evil. final step to your superhero movie is going to have to be a love interest. Your hero needs a reason to save the world. Ideally, this person is a boyfriend or girlfriend that the villain kidnaps to throw the hero off their tail. You want to make this love interest be in a serious situation looking death right in the face. At the last moment, your hero needs to come in and save the day. Adding a love interest to your story makes your hero look more human. Not to mention, who doesn't love a classic love story? You want this person to be overly attractive and hopeless, always getting in trouble. Great, so now you have your powers, your suit, your secret identity, your villain, and your love interest. Right now, you're probably thinking, well, I got my movie, what else is there to put in? And you'd be right. These 5 things serve as the formula to a great superhero movie. Of course, you'll need great writing, awesome fight scenes, and take time to study other superhero movies and see how you can weave them into a great film. But these are the basics. Thank you for watching, and please like.